television rules the nation.
What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists? It's Alan C. Pennington here. Today I thought I'd do things a little differently. Decided to film this out of my backyard. So here's my backyard. There's a beautiful dog. There's another beautiful dog. And I got a pretty sick orange tree over here. So let's see what we can find out here today. Looks like some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards over here. Seems like a pretty sick deck. One that could probably do well at regionals. So, anyway, as you might have guessed, this is the deck that I played at the regional in Kissimmee. My last video I said I thought Blackwings were a good deck, and I ended up deciding to play them last second. So I thought I'd go over how the regional went and what my deck is like. First, I thought I'd share some deck choices here. We have one Delta Crow. I didn't play 7 tools, unlike the other Blackwing decks. Card seems a little suboptimal right now. For the most part, the deck was standard. I'm playing one Solemn Warning, which worked fine. As far as the spells go, I'm doing the 2 Duality, 2 cards for Black Feathers build, which works surprisingly well. When you're seeing a lot more cards than your opponent, you obviously have an advantage over them. I didn't play MST. Even though I really like the card, I played most of my decks, I didn't have room for it in here. As far as the Blackwings, I'm pretty much running the full amount. 3 Bora, 3 Blizzard, 2 Vayu. Extra deck, fairly standard itself. I didn't have room for Colossal Fighter. But other than that, everything was pretty much the usual. For the side deck here, we have got Maximilian Pegasus. This guy's pretty sick. And MVP for the side deck was Skill Drain. I sided that card in a lot. I also brought in Cyber Dragons a bit. If I ever thought there was a chance they were bringing in Consecrated Light, I just moved Cyber to the main, which worked pretty well. The MSTs are in the side since they're not maining them. Side deck DD Crows, which was good against the plant decks that I played. Overall, I don't think there's a lot I'd change about the build. I think this is pretty much the optimal build. Props to my friend Jose Alcaz for making the deck. The only changes I made to his build was I cut 7 tools for Solemn Warning. Originally, he was playing 0. Other than that, I kept the deck the same. I built the side deck myself. I didn't play against any Sabers or Glads, so there's a lot of cards I never sided in. Like, I never sided in Banisher or Mind Crush, which were mostly for the Saber matchup. The one of Chivalry is the only thing I might change. I bring that in against the decks with flip effects like Quick Draw, and also X-Sabers, because you can hit their Emmer's Blade and their Dark Soul. Banisher is a card that I know is really good, but I never got to side it in. It's mainly for Lightsworn, X-Sabers, and Herald, and Infernities, none of which I played. As far as the regional went, I started off 2-0. I beat Blackwings and Quick Draw in the first 2 rounds. Then I played against a Blackwing mirror. I lost a close match 2-1. I think I might have made a slight misplay, which was in Game 3. I decided to add Gores to my hand over Solemn Judgment when I activated Pot of Duality, which ended up losing the game because he played Dark Armed, so my Gores didn't do anything. Whereas had I had a Solemn Judgment, I would have been able to Solemn his Dark Arm. After I was 2-1, I decided that I was going to top this regional. Sometimes I do that. I won 4 in a row, and I was 6-1. And then in the last round, I played against a Quick Draw deck with Decrees and Snowman Eater. For some reason, my mind wasn't very focused, and I made a couple of sloppy plays and ended up losing the match. But, overall, I liked how the deck went because I won most of my matches pretty decisively. The ones that I lost, it was a scenario where had I played differently, I probably could have won. Next I played against 3 Blackwing decks, 3 Quick Draw decks, 1 Salvo Chaos deck, and 1 anti-meta deck. I feel the worst matchup for the deck is the Quick Draw deck with Decrees mained. Partially due to the fact that I'm not maining MSTs. I didn't expect to play against that deck. I actually played against a Quick Draw Decree deck twice, and I beat it once, lost to it once, but they were all very hard. It was a very hard match. I had virtually no preparation, and I nearly topped. Unfortunately, no one from the Game Academy topped for the 2nd regional in a row. I'm not sure if there are any regionals between now and YCS Atlanta, but I plan on doing well at Atlanta. I'm probably going to end up playing this deck, but it's not set in stone. Assuming the deck continues to play well, I will keep using it. There were a few times where I got lucky at the regional. I won like probably around 80% of my die rolls, which I don't know how much that helped. I think at YCS Atlanta, Blackwings are going to be the most popular deck. It was by far the most popular deck at this particular regional. I'm usually the type who doesn't want to play the most popular deck. As far as the best decks right now, I believe they are Blackwings, Sabers, and, various plant-related decks. The Plant Decree deck is probably the best meta call overall, but there's a lot of risky matchups. Like, I think it's hard to beat Glads with a Plant Decree deck because, despite running a lot of traps, Glads really don't care about Decree at all. Whereas I think Blackwings, they don't really have any horrible matchups, any unwinnable matchups. So I like the deck. I liked my performance at the regional. I liked the matchups. I was very frustrated a few weeks ago because I didn't know what to play. I felt that there wasn't really a best deck. There's just kind of a bunch of good decks that all went 50-50 against each other. But I definitely think that this is a good deck for me. I played Blackwings a lot last format, since anytime I asked people to play for cards, they'd never let me use Frog FTK, so I was forced to use something else. So, Blackwings are a deck that I'm pretty experienced with, and these barking dogs are really annoying. So that's it for today. Remember guys, not everyone can be a master, but for those who can't, you have Alan C. Pennington.